Whew, what's good, everybody? Will Knight here with a new segment on Plus C Productions that we are calling Crash Course. Now, what Crash Course is basically a segment that's going to help me as a writer because I'm going to be breaking down some of the popular things that you've come to know and love. I'm going to be breaking down the plot, the appeal, and the faults of that media so that you can decide whether or not you want to sign up on it. Now, just to let you know, this isn't really a review. I'm going to try and keep my opinions limited. They're gonna come out because they're obviously gonna come out at some point when I'm talking about things that I just know now. The point of this is basically just a breakdown of a certain piece of media so that you can decide whether or not you want to invest your time into it. But yeah, this is basically just gonna be a breakdown of those things, and I'm just gonna go over things that are objectively true about the things that you know. And with that said, I thought I might as well start off with a fan favorite, Dragon Ball Z. So the plot of Dragon Ball Z is super simple. We've got Goku, he's the strongest man on Earth, and he's meeting up with a couple of his friends after a few years from the defeat of Demon King Piccolo. While meeting with his friends, Goku's merriment is besmirched by a random stranger named Raditz, who informs Goku that he is his long-lost brother and that they aren't even human. See, apparently, Raditz and Goku are members of the Saiyan race, a race that goes out onto planets, kills off everybody on the planet, and then sells the planet. Who can afford a planet? I don't know, but this is apparently what they do, and Goku was supposed to do it to Earth, but he hit his head when he was a baby and forgot all his programming to do so, so now he became the defender of Earth, and Raditz ain't happy about it. Goku's son is abducted by Raditz, and Raditz is just like, alright, well, kill off everybody on this planet and I'll give you your boy back. Forced to team up with the reincarnation of Demon King Piccolo, the one that he defeated before. I don't know if I said a reincarnation of Demon King Piccolo or just Demon King Piccolo, but he technically defeated both, the original and the reincarnation. But anyway, the reincarnation of Demon King Piccolo decides to help Goku fight off Raditz because he does not like other people being stronger than him. He's kind of alright with Goku because they're not too far apart, but Raditz, nah. Raditz makes them look like the smallest kids on the playground. Anyway, a fight ensues. Raditz is defeated by the combined efforts of Goku and Piccolo, but Goku, unfortunately, dies in the process. Raditz is kind of a jerk about this, laughing about the fact that he just got his brother killed, which is when Piccolo informs Raditz that they have these things called Dragon Balls on Earth. If you collect all 7 Dragon Balls, a giant dragon shoots out of the ball and it can grant you any wish, and then Goku's friends just plan to wish him back to life after he dies. Raditz does have friends, and he's been transmitting all of the information of this fight to those friends, and those friends are about to come down and destroy everyone on Earth. So, in the time that they have, the rest of the Z fighters, Goku's friends, and Goku have to train so that they can become strong enough to defeat these even stronger Saiyans. And this act basically propels them to fight the Saiyans, fight an evil galactic emperor of the universe, fight androids specifically designed to kill Goku, fight an android that was specifically designed to absorb the androids designed to kill Goku, and then fight an embodiment of evil that looks like chewing gum. I think I got everyone. So yeah, that's the plot of Dragon Ball Z. It's pretty straightforward, mostly because it is a shonen anime. Shonen in Japanese, I think, literally translates to young male, but it refers to basically forms of media that's designed for that demographic. So shonen anime, shonen comics, shonen the people want me to call it manga, but it's just Japanese comics. I mean, no, they're really not like that. Please don't anybody at me in the comment section. But yes, Dragon Ball Z is definitely I wouldn't say it's the poster child of shonen, but it's probably the most well-known shonen out there. I'm pretty sure that it's worldwide known for bringing a lot of the shonen tropes. There are some that do it better, I'm sure, in terms of storytelling, but Dragon Ball Z is probably the most popular. And it makes sense why. The appeal of Dragon Ball Z is pretty high up there. I mean, they do some good stuff with what they got. For instance, they have a lot of quirky characters that are introduced relatively quickly. So Goku accepts them for who they are, and it's like a whole big feeling of just coming in, not judging a book by its cover, learning to get past someone's looks and get to know them for who they are, because a lot of Goku's friends actually are enemies that get turned into heroes just by the fact that Goku was willing to give them a chance. Because it's also a shonen anime, it also has a lot of action and a lot of adventure. They travel to different locales all the time, or they switch up the locales that they travel to very often. But there are a lot of things that they do that are remembered very well as iconic scenes, just because the way that everything was compiled together to make that one scene was just phenomenal. So yeah, those are the major appeals that you'll get from people in Dragon Ball Z. It's usually the diversity of the characters, it's usually the ability to bring out the good in people, and like the iconic scores and just like the iconic scenes, I guess cinematography if you really want to go through it. But however, going off that animation, it caused them to cheat a lot, which is going to dip into the faults, because man, oh man, does Dragon Ball Z has some faults. Now, like I said, I'm gonna try and keep it objective, so anyone that's a fan of DBZ, I like DBZ myself, but y'all know that this mess is true, so don't be trying to come at me about whether or not I'm picking apart things. For one, Dragon Ball Z, like many other shonen anime, is plagued by the fact that plot sometimes takes a back seat in things. And that's not necessarily saying that the overarching plot, except for the third season, just like falls apart. It's more to say that they choose to do things that take an unnecessary amount of time instead of just like getting on to the next thing. Like, we kind of know how things are going to progress from here, so you know, don't waste so much time on it. A lot of people like to make fun that they spend entire episodes just powering up to fight each other, and I mean, while that's like an exaggeration, the feel of it is definitely there. Like, I don't think there's ever been an episode that I can really remember where they just spent the whole time powering up, but at the same time, like, there were other, and what I mean by that is that there were other things happening in the episode that like kind of deferred from it. But they have spent whole episodes just fighting battles that like ultimately, I wouldn't say are anticlimactic, but at the same time they're just, you could have gotten here faster, and then you just get to a point where it's unnecessary for it to carry on for as long as it does. Not necessarily saying anything against the fights themselves, just that in terms of getting to point A to point B, y'all take an extremely long time in order to get there. Another thing is that though the supporting characters are very diverse, they do not support crap. There is a difference between a supporting character and a side character. Take for instance, Goku's son, Gohan, who is supposed to be a supporting character. And then we have a man who, after Goku stops fighting in like tournaments that decide who the strongest man on the earth is, a man named Hercule ends up winning one, and he becomes known worldwide as the strongest man on the earth. One is a supporting character, one is a side character, but just to show you what I'm talking about, in the third season, they have basically the same amount of impact. Tell me I'm wrong, anybody that's a fan of the show. And the main reason because of that is that Goku himself is like really the only character that matters in the long run. Another good example of this is that they introduce a power called Super Saiyan. I'm not going to go into what that is, but Super Saiyan has levels to it of how strong it can actually become. Whoever is the strongest level of Super Saiyan is going to win. That's it. And just to really reinforce what I'm talking about, Goku obviously becomes a Super Saiyan because he's the main character, but he's not the only Super Saiyan, and yet even the Super Saiyans that are introduced post Goku, who should be stronger than Goku, eventually become irrelevant to Goku. It's very much Goku's show, and I don't know, sometimes it can get a little bit boring just waiting on the boy to just finish off the villain. But if you can get past those things, I think you're gonna have a pretty amazing time. I'm not gonna lie to you, there are a lot of things in there, there are a lot of characters in there, there are a lot of situations and environments and all this other good stuff in there that can definitely get you over these faults. But the faults are there, so if you can't do them, I understand. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode of Crash Course. Hope you enjoyed it. I have another suggestion that I've already been told to do. It's a show that I haven't watched yet, so try to get to it soon. But if you have a suggestion for a video that you want to see on the next episode of Crash Course, please leave it in the comments section below. Be sure to share this video so that it can get out there and everybody can know what Crash Course is so that they can comment stuff. And if you don't want to do something for Crash Course, go ahead and just leave a noun, 2 verbs, and an adjective down below, and it can be turned into a regular video that we make on Plus 2 Productions. Anyway, I got stuff to do. I'm Will Knight. Be brave, be bold, be you, and hopefully I will be